Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I just got back from being out, hanging out with a friend, and hanging out in the winter wonderland that is Bend, Oregon at the moment. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been posting some photos around. I don't want to snow spam you, but I kind of want to. So, anyway, today is not talking about snow. Today, I want to talk about your fitness. And I want to talk about your progress and how, really, I want to talk about how to keep yourself motivated through that time. Because I know, it happens when we're working hard and we're not seeing results that we can get discouraged. So, first, I want to say if that's happening, what are you doing? Um, are you working out every day? Are you being consistent? Are you consistently eating well? Are you meal prepping to set yourself up for success? Are you planning it out? Do you have a support system? Like, what are you doing? And if you're doing all of those things and you have support and you have something that is legitimate and works and is healthy, then what I would say is to take a look. First, I want to say take photos often because a lot of times we can gauge our progress based on the scale, and the scale is not a good way to gauge your progress because when you're working out, you tend to gain muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So it's not about that. It's not about how much you weigh. My favorite is how my clothes fit and taking photos. I can feel like I'm not having any progress, but if I look at a comparison, I can see a big difference. I'm like, oh, wow, like photos really are a great way to track your progress. I also do measurements sometimes. I'll do it like monthly. I'll weigh myself like every so often. But it's not, your worth is not defined at all by your scale. It's not defined at all by what size of clothes you wear. The purpose of all of this is so that you can be healthy, so that you can have energy. And when you start a lifestyle change, it's not something that happens overnight. Like I decided to change my life 10 years ago. I started working on my health when I was 18. I'm 28. And while I did not have it figured out, I did not have a coach, it took me a lot longer to get to where I am right now because I was always yo-yoing, I was always struggling, trying to figure it out, and it caused me a lot of stress. And the stress was not healthy for my body, and I was not a happy person. So that's why I am very passionate about helping you guys and giving you a leg up because I've been there, and I want you to have the tools that really freaking work. Like, they've kept me consistent for 2 years after I was very inconsistent for a long time. So that's why that's the benefit of having a support system and a coach. And so what I want to say is that it doesn't happen overnight. It happens a lot faster when you have the right tools and you have support was my point. So you can't expect to have these results that you want by next week. And it can happen in a decent amount of time. Like I see girls, we have a 21-day program that we do, and I see girls come out of there like, it blows my mind sometimes. And it's not like they're doing anything weird. They're working out for 30 minutes a day, and they're eating portionally. They're eating good, clean, whole foods to the amount that their body needs. And they're eating enough. Like, they're eating way more food than I used to eat back in the day. And it's really cool to see. And that program is something that really helped me solidify a healthy eating habit. So, that being said, it can happen relatively quick, and it's not about the end goal, but you can start seeing changes relatively quick. But it's not going to happen in one day. And you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with your workouts. You have to be consistent with your eating plan and following something that really works. And it will happen eventually. But what I want to say, what I really want to focus on is, how do you stay focused when you're in that first beginning phases? Like, what do you do to stay focused when you're not seeing or feeling the results right away? I want you to first focus on how you're feeling. Like, really pay attention to how you're feeling. What's changing? What how's your mindset? Like, are you thinking more positively? Like, what are you doing? And how is it feeling? Because that's like the first thing to start changing. Like, you, like, exercise can be so good for anxiety, depression, anger issues, like so many things. And that's just emotionally. But start paying attention to that. Like, how are your emotions? How are you feeling about yourself? How do you feel after you work out? Like, do you feel healthier when you're eating something nourishing than if you were to eat McDonald's? Like, start noticing those differences because they happen like right away. You can start really seeing those changes right away. And that is something you can really focus on and really shoot for in your goals when you're starting your fitness, when you're starting this whole new lifestyle change, because all that other stuff happens. But when you focus on yourself and your insides, your mindset, you know, what you're saying, your self-talk, all that stuff, when you're focused on that, and instead of like the scale and, you know, all this other stuff, it starts happening. Like, everything else starts happening. Because if you're stressed about stuff, I mean, you can still have progress if you're stressed, but it's not fun. And you don't want to be stressed. You don't want to be thinking about, oh my God, I have to weigh this much. Oh my God, it's not happening fast enough. Like, don't focus on those things. Focus on what is happening. Focus on what is changing. Take progress photos constantly so you can see the differences from week to week, because I can tell you, if you're doing the things, at least from my experience and what I offer my clients, when they're doing the things that they need to do, every week you can see progress. And you got to stay consistent. You got to keep eating right. And it's not that you can't not eat right. Maybe have a cheat day once a week or something like that. But yeah, and that's my tip right now for that. Just to stay focused on what is working, and the rest will fall into place when you're starting off on your fitness journey. So I hope this is helpful. And if so, please share, comment, let me know, because I would love to hear from you guys. I love talking to you. So please comment below. Let me know what's up. And if you have any suggestions for another video, if you have any questions for me, that would be super, super helpful. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I'll still be making videos. I'll post one tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon.